I'm Michael Diamond. This is Muscle Central. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share, subscribe, turn on any notifications, and leave a comment. Okay, people are still talking about whether Nick Walker would have won the Olympia had he not pulled out due to his hamstring injury. And, it's not just the Nick Walker fans. A lot of people in the industry think that Nick would have won the Olympia this year if he was able to step on stage. Milosachev, who is Samson Dowder's coach, placed third at the Olympia. Milosachev even said that he thinks Nick could have very well won the Olympia this year. That says a lot coming from the coach of the man who placed third at the Olympia. Only thing we really have to go by is what we saw from the competitors that were on the stage and what we saw of Nick Walker's update picks, most specifically the picks that were put up just before we find out that he has an injury and he's not going to be able to compete. Very impressive. His legs, which he's been criticized for, there was improvements there. The chest came up. There were improvements all around. And he was looking damn good. Yes, they were update picks. And I know what you're thinking. We see update picks all the time from competitors. But when they get on stage, never quite match what we see. A lot of times not even close to what we see in the update picks. Nick is one of these guys that the update picks are a pretty good assessment of what we're going to see on stage. Dennis James, I was watching the Menace podcast, and he said that he even thinks that Nick looks better on stage than we see in his update picks. That says a lot. When the contest is judged, there are 8 mandatories, and they're put through the comparisons. The comparisons are done, and they're put through the mandatory poses. Let's go through these poses really quick. Now, I'm going to save the back shots for last because that's what everybody says. Won it for, a lot of people think won it for Derek. He won it from the back, shows the one from the back, which I think is bullshit. Back is just 2 shots. It's everything. But let's go run through it. Now, in the front poses, the front lat spread, almost everybody beats Nick on that. I personally think is the way he's positioning everything, somebody needs to work with him and fix that. I think a lot of it could be fixed by the way he holds the pose. But either way, Nick loses the front lat spread. The abs and thighs, when you look at Derek on the stage at the Olympia, now, he didn't have a bubble gut at all. I'm not saying he had a big gut, but it was very noticeable in the abs and thighs when he does the head-on shot. The abs were soft. They weren't tight. That's a damn good shot for Nick. And the truth of the matter is, except for the front lat spread, all of Nick's front double biceps, for someone with his structure, his genetic structure, he looks damn good in the front double biceps. let's go to the side shots, side chest and side triceps. Uh, he has about the best in bodybuilding right now. And then we have the most muscular. I mean, do I have to make an argument for the most muscular? I mean, you can debate those other shots if you want. Point I'm trying to make is Derek wasn't dominant at the Olympia in his Olympia win. Everybody says that Hardy wins the front, Derek wins the back, the sides are toss up. All right, so now you got to pick and choose between the front shots and the side shots with Derek. Would you giving Nick the abs and thighs, considering the way Derek's abs looked in that shot at the Olympia, and you give Derek the front lat spread because Nick can hold a good front lat spread. Derek's strong point is the back. And I'm not dismissing that at all. It's definitely a strong point. But it is a strong point for Nick also. And you can go back and forth. And you look at these pictures here. And, yeah, it's not from the same show, obviously. The lighting is a little different. But you can still get a good idea of what's going on in the back shots. Now, Derek is taper from the shoulders, the upper lats, tapering down to the waist. Yeah, he has Nick there. Nick has a tight waist also, and he has a good taper. And when they hit the shot, you're looking at top to bottom. From the waist down, it's a fight. They both look damn good. Both the hamstrings are tight and hard. The glutes are in. They both look good there. Now let's go up to the top. Like I said, the taper on Derek is superior. The width from the upper back down to the waist, there's a difference there. But let's look at the detail in the back, and let's not forget the arms and the shoulders are part of the pose. And are you going to argue against Nick's arms and shoulders? I'm not saying Nick wins this pose. And let's go to the back lat spread. Same thing. You got more of a taper with Derek, but when you look at it at the whole package, it is not dominating, and that's where that Derek's strong points are, where he's supposed to have won the Olympia. Once again, I'm not saying that Nick beats him in these shots, but he's not outmatched, outclassed in these shots by any means. And there is a battle in these shots. And then it's not only the back. So we got to take it all into consideration. Muscularity and conditioning. Nick, you can't argue his muscularity, and he always brings conditioning. Front, back, side, left, right, up and down. The conditioning is there. We can't say the same for Derek. Yes, it was more pronounced when he was a 212 competitor and he had to diet down to make the 212 weight. His legs is where he lost a lot. It's still an issue a little bit, even as a open competitor, where he doesn't have to suck down to such a low weight. It looks like when he diets down, one of the first things that he starts to lose a little bit are his legs. Just saying. What would have happened if Nick Walker would have been on stage at the Olympia? We don't know. That's an impossible question to answer. But a lot of people share this opinion, and the people in the industry. My opinion, going by what we saw of Nick just before the show, what we saw of Derek at the show, breaking it down pose for pose, and really taking a good look, comparing the backs of both of them, considering the muscularity that Nick brings and the conditioning. I think I would make an argument with anybody that if Nick Walker was on the stage at the 2023 Mr. Olympia, he would have had his hand raised. He would have been the last man standing. What's going to happen in 2024? It's going to be interesting. There are a lot of possibilities. That's about it for this video. If you agree with or disagree with what I've said, let me know in the comments section. This is Michael Diamond. I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.